Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back at it again with Giant 3 Musketeers, the 3-crown machine. I love playing this deck. It's just so fun to spam cards and overwhelm your opponent. You have so much bait with the Goblin Gang, the Bats, the Minion Horde, the 3 Musketeers, and the Collector. And obviously, if your opponent ever zaps the Goblin Gang or the Minion Horde, you can support it with a Giant or a Battle Ram to get more utility and more value out of your bait units. I love this deck ever since 3 Musketeers got buffed again, and I am glad that this deck is finally viable. So check it out for 12 grand challenges or hit it up on the ladder and let me know how it ends up working for you down below in the comment section. Alright, we're going to end up going for a Goblin Gang in the back. We're going to see what's up, see what's good, see what this guy wants to do. He's not dropping anything, so we're just going to go in for a Battle Ram in front of those a couple Goblins. So if he Barb Barrels, he's not going to hit that. He's going to have Barb Barrel and Hunter, so this is obviously not going to be an easy matchup, especially after seeing the Hunter and Snowball now. So 2 spells that are going to be difficult for us to deal with. Hunter's out of cycle though, and he doesn't have Snowball, he doesn't have Barb Barrels, so I kind of want to just go in for a Giant Minion Horde. Maybe he ends up having Fireball, and I'm just going to get screwed here if he does, but I'm hoping it doesn't have Fireball or Poison. I think I could take the tower because he overextended with the Hunter and the Snowball. He definitely has a great deck matchup here, but I think that we adjusted our card cycle to accommodate his card cycle and really took advantage of it. So now we're going to have to defend against a Giant Prince push probably. I assume he's going to drop something with this Prince. There's no way he's just going to let that thing just die from the Bats here. Okay, he's going to Golem. Still very scary for us. We know he's going to end up having Barb Barrel, so I can't drop the Goblin Gang very high up. I would drop it in a position that it can't like get punished. And then also he's going to end up going for Hunter. So the Hunter's scary, so I have to go for 3M. I don't really like doing this, but I kind of have to, guys. So the 3M is going to get hit, but the 3M will give us some pretty decent counter push. And maybe we can even 3-crown him at this point. This deck is just so volatile that you're able to get amazing 3-crowns off. And I think he's going to overextend on this. And then he's going to not really worry about the 3, and I think the 3 is pretty insidious. I think it might take him here. I think it's got him, yeah. So that's one of the best things that I can ever advocate for when you're playing this deck, is overextend towards the 1 Musketeer, or overextend towards the 1 Tower, and then go for the 3 if you want to. A lot of times it's really easy to finish off games that way. Alright, we're going to end up sussing out a good luck here, and we're going to end up going in for a Goblin Gang in the back. We'll see what Albert wants to do. I don't really know what he wants to do. He's not cycling anything, and then he goes in for a Mega Minion. So that Spear Goblin will get a lot of chip on the Mega, so we don't really have to worry about it. I still want to go for Giant same lane in case he goes in for a Giant or a Golem. A little bit scared about that. Rather go same lane as him. Rather not go opposite, like way ahead of ourselves and just be like, yo, we're going to trade towers and make this a dynamic game early on. And it's looking like it's probably going to be Golem. It's looking like it's most certainly going to be Golem. Golem Poison, it looks like. So I'm going to end up going for Bats here. Hopefully the Bats can kill that. It might be P.E.K.K.A. This could be a little bit more difficult than expected. I just want to get a lot of damage on top of the Baby Dragon, so I really won't have to worry about it. I'm going to wait for the Baby Dragon to lock, and then I want to go Minion Horde here. This is a little bit scary, but I can go Battle Ram with Minion Horde. I can potentially take his tower after eating a lot of tower damage there. I think he might have overextended. He quite possibly just lost his tower because of that huge overextension with the Miner. So as a result, we're just going to take his tower. Yeah, really, really good stuff. So I recognized, hey, I can eat a lot of tower damage, keep the entire HP of my Minion Horde, and then counter push with a Battle Ram and get a lot more value. So that was generally one of the things that you always want to go for. If your opponent overextends and you have Minion Horde plus Battle Ram, just go for it. Or a Giant Minion Horde, just go for it. Very good stuff, very cool stuff. So he's going to go in for a Poison here. Not really scary for me at all because, you know, he's just going to get that out of cycle, and then we're going to have Minion Horde again. So very, very nice. I want to go split 3 Musketeers, and the reason I do that is I have a lot of map control now. He can't really miner on either side. This low HP tower, he can't really do anything. Like, you can't miner as long as that Musketeer is there because you're just donating elixir to us. And also, I build up a pretty formidable push. Double elixirs here. The deploy time on 3 Muskies is quite nerfed. So you're able to just have a lot longer time to build up pushes. It's pretty cool. I end up going for a Goblin Gang again, and then I want to end up going for a Battle Ram. If I'm able to go and kite that Baby Dragon, that'd be phenomenal. So then the Spear Goblin's able to put in work. Also just moving it so then the other tower is able to get a couple hits is also pretty cool. Then I end up going for 3M here. Just, again, as I was talking about before, he can't go in for a Miner. I mean, if he does, it's just going to die. He might want to still. He might have to, actually. He probably doesn't want to. So in this situation, I'm actually going to go Snowball it away. And then I want to go Goblin Gang here so then the Miner doesn't ever hit our tower. Just conserving HP is really, really instrumental in us winning this game. Then I'm going for a Battle Ram here. And the Battle Ram might actually connect, or it might even draw out units to the other side. So if he does that, then he might get 3-crowned. I'm just going to go for a Minion Horde to make sure that we kill that Miner. the miner's not going to get 500 damage if we kill it. So, GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you. We would have actually 3-crowned if there was a little bit more time left in that game. Santa Claus was all the way to North Pole, just wasn't able to finish it off. Wasn't able to deliver the presents that he had for him, guys. He was about to come down the chimney of that tower, but it just didn't work out, man. All right, guys, we got a game we're going to sauce out a good luck here, and I'm going to go split my Goblin Gang in the back because I think that's one of the best starting plays. No matter the deck, if you have Goblin Gang, just split in the back, accommodating both sides, always pretty solid. I want to end up going for bats, same lane as that Prince, and if I have to, I want to go and kite it. Definitely need to go kite that Prince so I can disperse it and not deal with it. We go for a minion horde here, and I actually have to go for a snowball, otherwise the bats do crucify us, so that's going to be a little bit scary. Obviously, the Prince is going to be an issue, and I'm not going to have Elixir, so that's going to get a hit on my tower, I think. It's going to get one hit. I actually do have Elixir, but I'd rather just eat that hit. Rather not just forfeit all my Elixir here in case he has Miner. I don't want to drop a Goblin Gang. Yeah, that's good. So he doesn't have Zap back, so I'm just going to go for bats. I'm going to go same lane here. Very nice. And the Giant gets in front, barely. That Giant's tanky. That's phenomenal for us. Yeah, it baits out a Goblin Gang that he didn't want to drop. Alright, I think that bat is still behind. I think the Giant gets a couple hits. So this is going to be a little bit sketchy. He's definitely going to zap this, and as a result, I actually have to go in for a Battle Ram here. The reason behind that is if he zaps and then he gets Spear Goblin hits, then he's able to kill those goblins. Otherwise, he's not able to. Because the Stab Goblins stay alive, even if you zap or snowball. So when you're running 3 Musketeers, you always want to make sure that you protect those Stab Goblins. It's super, super important to do so. So we know he could Prince spam us if I go in for the Collector. Wouldn't be too surprising. He's also got Miner. I'm going to go for the Collector regardless. He's going to go for the Prince spam, and then he's going to end up going for a Miner after, 100%. I'm going to go Bats here. And then I actually have Goblin Gang, so it's not very scary. I didn't even need the snowball. That was a bad snowball. That was a pretty bad snowball. It's okay, though. We kept the bats alive. Maybe they get damage here. Maybe it wasn't terrible. Alright, it wasn't terrible. If he had minored, it would have been really bad. It's okay, though. I'm going to end up going for a Goblin Gang, and then I'm just going to end up going for another Collector. I want to get Elixir advantage here. Does he not have Miner? Like, what is he doing? Might not have Miner, guys. If he doesn't, then we're in a phenomenal situation. A lot of Giant decks end up having Miner, but I guess after the introduction to Dark Prince, there's a lot of decks that don't run it anymore. He's going to go Fireball us, and then if he zaps, then I just go for the Minion Horde, so that's very good for us. So super, super unfortunate that he fell prey to that play. You never want to end up going for the Fireball Zap on those Muskies if I have Minion Horde like that. So now I just spam you, and I think I win. That Goblin Gang is going to bait out too much, and then I just go in for the Battle Ram and Bats on their side. I don't see any feasible way of him defending both towers here. The Giant is just going to get too much damage, and as a result, I think we win the game. I'm going to end up going for 3M here just to accommodate both sides. He's going to go Fireball it again, but that's super risky. As you guys have seen before, that is not easy to make work every single time. If you Fireball that, then I just go in for a Giant again. Then you have to go Dank Prince. And then I think I just go for the Giant Snowball and get the W here. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't get the second hit, but I think it does. GG, well played, and peace out. Super easy W. If they run Fireball Zap with Giant, it's not very hard. Minion Horde is just super solid on defense if they ever go in for the Fireball Zap because they have no way of killing it. See what this guy's got. He's going to go in for a Musketeer. So unfortunately, I don't have 3 Musketeers. And I don't have a Giant. So I want to go opposite lane with Battle Ram here. See if we can apply some aggression, make him drop something he doesn't want to. He's going to have Mini P.E.K.K.A. as well. So that's very interesting deck composition. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the Giant as a resource of tanking for the Musketeer, and also tanking for everything else that he has on us. He's going to have Musketeer. He's going to end up having Mini P.E.K.K.A., Valkyrie. He's got all sorts of stuff, man. I think that the Mini P.E.K.K.A. might even get a hit. It doesn't. He's got arrows. This guy's a bad lad. How am I going to win this? Manuel, what do you have? What is this abomination of a deck? You're utterly insane. I don't understand, guys. I thought for sure we were playing against 2.6 Hog Rider. I thought he was a mainstream, sir. But this guy comes out with the Frankenstein deck. It's crazy. So I'm going to end up going in for an Elixir Collector in the back. I want to get an Elixir advantage here. So maybe I'm able to overwhelm him in the double. But I don't know, guys. This is scary. I have to go and split Muskies. I'm not trying to split 2 here, because then Fireball comes down. Also, I want to have as much as possible to defend. I'm going to try to go and kite that Mini P.E.K.K.A. opposite lane. If that happens, I think we're in an okay scenario. I'm also going to go Snowball the skeletons, and I'm also going to snowball the miner. And I got a lot of value with that juicy snowball. So kiting everything opposite allowed me to defend. Goblin Gang here does not actually protect the Musketeer like I wanted it to. So not the fastest reactions, unfortunately, for us on that end. But we're still fine. I need to go in for the minion horde here. He's definitely going to arrow, but at least we're going to be able to kill the Valkyrie before it takes my entire tower. So I'm okay with that. That -2 trade to conserve like 600 damage. This is very, very nice. I'm going to go for the Elixir Collector here, but now if he goes in for a Giant, I have to split 3M here. So he's not able to fireball it. Which is quite unfortunate for us because it makes our push go a lot quicker. But we're actually going to go decapitate that miner, so, you know, we're chilling. We're chilling out here, boys. He's going to go in for a mini P.E.K.K.A, so I have to go in for a Giant. Need to soak up some hits. Definitely need to snowball when more skeletons spawn. The next wave of skeletons is when I snowball. There we go. I'm going to go for the gang now, and then I'm going to go apply aggression opposite lane with Battle Ram Bats, and I think that should take him. If I get a Giant down in front, then we're okay. I don't think that we lose then. If we don't get that Giant down, I think we lost. Super important to be able to defend and play aggressive at the same time with this deck. Most decks in general, actually. We'll go split 3M. I'm going to eat a lot of damage on the right-hand side. It's okay. He's going for the left anyway. I just want to slow roll a push. If possible. I just want to get as much elixir with this as possible. Giant again. One of our Musketeers is going to die. It's okay, though. As long as we conserve the other. He just zapped as well, so I actually want to go for bats here. I think the Muskie on the right might take it. If not, then he's just down so much elixir the left-hand side is forfeit. So those bats. Yep, we baited out the arrows. That's really, really nice. And they go for the Battle Ram to go and kite that Valkyrie back. Otherwise, I think we lose. We go for the Snowball Justice, and that's a GG. Well played and thumbs up, man. So very unfortunate to get an arrow player, but I'm glad that we were able to win. My #1 strategy against arrow players is generally baiting out the arrows with either bats or Goblin Gang, getting them into a situation where they have to arrow that, and then you can go minion horde afterward. Just never drop it before unless you're okay taking that negative elixir trade on defense against like something that they won't immediately arrow. Just like I did against that Valkyrie.